Hi, Jim.
Hi, how you doing?
Jim only.
So far.
It is Monday, and here we are. Good morning, everybody out there.
There's we have no comment. There we are.
There we are.
We're a little worried. We thought maybe everybody left us.
Listen, it's okay. It's a Monday. It's a Monday, and a hell of a weekend it was. We are certainly going to talk about this Colorado terror attack, because that's exactly what it was, a terror attack. White male,
folks, initially.
Colorado man, sets people on fire, right? We're going to go into those details and talk about that. We got a couple videos. You've probably seen them, but we'll give our take on it. We're also going to talk about the United States Steel. And unfortunately for Jim, Pittsburgh is saved. Trump.
I seriously do not like Trump anymore.
Yeah.
I can't.
Pittsburgh. I know it was a hard pill to swallow. Trust me, when we were watching that, but he did it, and it's all great news for Pennsylvania, for America, and it opens up other avenues to other states like Minnesota, Indiana, all that. So there's some good for all of that, no doubt. Let's see what else we're going to talk about. Yeah. What's the difference between our Nazi and their Nazi?
If you haven't known, just wait till you see this.
Yeah, what's the difference? We'll show you on that.
And
John
why
Solomon,
does Brennan, real quick, why does Brennan keep having Besant come on?
Okay, we're going to talk about that. I have a couple of Besant videos.
Yeah, okay.
And do you? Maybe I didn't put them on there. Oh no, you have them. That's right. Yeah, I don't know. I was going to put those on too. The smartest man in the room, whatever room he walks into. And yet they continue to have them on and look like fools, like the media always does. John Solomon has a bombshell report that will go nowhere.
Of course.
The GOP Congress isn't working again today. So who knows if that's ever going to change. And then kind of a short visit from an old friend from TikTok.
And what do you think about Lindsey Graham and Blumenthal going to Ukraine, and then shortly
all of a sudden World War III started. Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, because Putin's gonna take that. It's fine. Okay,
yeah,
fine.
he's just
got us. You got us.
You got us. Uh-oh. Anyways, we got that to talk about. And at the end of the show, top 5 drummers. Jim feels that
I think we for the first time ever. Yep.
For the first time ever, might have 3 out of 5 in common. That would be a new record for us, Jim, on all subjects, right? So stay tuned for that, plus so much more, Jim, on another, Monday morning, fantastic episode of what?
Live from the Patriot Prayer Network studios. 2 guys, 1 coup.
Be right back.
Lost in the crowd, truth hides deep, burying the noise. Left hand deals lies, can't stifle the
Good morning again, everybody. Good morning to everybody out there commenting. Buckeye, Aiken, we're so glad you've joined us again this morning. Troll, how are you? You were wrong yesterday. We'll get into that.
Crazy Southpaw.
Huh?
Crazy Southpaw is here.
Is there?
And
Holy
Mr.
smokes.
Crash is here. The Great
Great
White
White
Jewish
Jewish Muslim.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like that. Yeah,
the Great White, the
And
Colorado
I
man,
almost,
white
I
man.
almost screwed up, but we're good.
Yeah, we are good. Let's hear real quick. Let's start this off with Grit Gear and Lock and Load. All right, and then we'll be back. We got a lot of show to go over today. See you in a minute.
I'm sorry.
Buffoons. I can't believe you did that.
That was you, right?
No.
You didn't make sure you let
No.
everybody know that was you.
Aiken, that was Jim. Grit Gear, Lock and Load coming right up.
Grit is defined as firmness of character, unyielding courage in the face of hardship or danger. At Grit Gear Apparel, we honor all military, police, fire, public service, and patriotic Americans, both men and women regardless of color, creed, or religion. Our brand represents the love and freedom for our country, the heroism of all our men and women, and the principles of what this wonderful country was built on. Our goal is to regenerate the sense of patriotism and to spark the American pride within us, to stand together in the toughest times and become victorious, to preserve all our freedoms, to honor our flag, and to respect the men and women who have fought and died for us to have these freedoms. Wear our brand with pride, with a sense of patriotism, and as a statement for the love of our country. Whether you're military, public official, or civilian, our brand is for you. Together we stand as Americans.
Right, folks, we do stand as Americans. Buckeye, thank you. GritGearApparel.com. And let's not forget about lockandloadcoffee.com. Nice shirt, Jim.
Yeah, and
one of my
when
favorite.
you and I have these on my desk, meaning to show everybody but you get little army men when you place orders. I've got a bunch of these.
He plays battles with them, don't you?
Yes, I do.
The red ones against the silver
cool.
ones. Right.
Yes, Buckeye. It looks
Buckeye's
like
good.
you do have to do everything. And Aiken, thank you very much. We aim to please.
It clearly was Jim.
Crazy Southpaw, be safe. It's funny that I had to find out from our parents what you were doing, but that's okay.
Is he running away finally?
Pretty much. But
Is he good? Yeah, be safe. Safe travels
So-
there, wherever you are. I also am traveling tomorrow, so safe travels to me. I'll say it because if nobody else will.
Safe travels to you too, of course. I mean, that's a given. I can't do this without you.
Oh,
Can't
well, I
really
mean, one
call it
guy,
two guys.
one, two. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, it could work.
I mean, I'd give it a day.
I mean, you just screwed up like the intro and the commercial and stuff. So I don't know.
I did not do that, by the
I
way.
believe it was. I think it was you.
Yeah.
Hey, happy Veterans Month, by the way.
Oh, wait.
What are we
He did
talking
put
about?
Something up here. Hold on. No. Oh, yeah. He
Yeah,
commented
he knows.
when you said that was fast. Yeah, I saw that going on.
I know, troll. It's great. Now he had a great point, and he did on there, and people were jumping the gun a little bit on this Colorado, but it was pretty obvious pretty quickly. There was a lot of video, a lot of eyewitness scenes, a lot of, there just was a lot of, what looked like obvious information. Is he a white man from Colorado? No. Is he lighter skinned? He's black? No, he's not black. He is an Egyptian and who was here illegally. It has been confirmed if you believe the reports, right?
Yeah, there was another thing I saw where he came here in 2005.
Yeah,
and he overstayed his thing, but then I saw something where he came in
2022,
2023,
and then was
overstayed it. So I don't know. All I know is he shouldn't be here.
I know he shouldn't be here. That's right. He should not be here, and that tragedy again would not have happened. Right.
Correct.
What was ironic about it was, I'll show you. We'll just show you a couple videos. One here is the scene afterwards, and we got a couple of the actual animal himself. Jim, I'm going to show on stage, and let's fingers crossed this works, right? Maybe it will, maybe it won't. This is the scene. Smoke, Molotov cocktails. This is in Boulder, Sanctuary City, by the way. in case anybody wants to know. You vote for shit, you get shit.
One of the leftist cities around.
Yep, correct. College town, so not unsurprising on most, but this is just kind of views from the area and the scene and people on the ground. And what this was, folks, was I think this was a weekly, if I'm not mistaken, kind of get together in remembrance of the Jewish. Somebody was saying, "Are these paid actors?" Somebody who might be commenting on our thing was suggesting those people in the back with the glasses and all that might be paid actors. I don't know if he does it just to get attention, but he might. So what I'm saying here is that was the scene afterwards. Molotov cocktails, the whole thing. They have them screaming, yelling, bitching, yelled "Free Palestine."
Yep.
I still want to know where Palestine is. Be honest with you.
It's a people.
Can they show us on the map where that's at, please? Let's take a look at these videos too as well real quick. Here's one angle of the assailant, the accused attacker and terrorist.
We're here, brother. We're here. We can't do nothing about that. We can't do nothing.
We can!
Not here.
You have to end Zionist!
Not here, bro.
Sounds white.
You have to end Zionist!
I mean,
He's wearing an orange suit with like something on the.
I don't know if you noticed that, but I'm going to show you in the back there. There's the pride flag on
Yeah,
the building.
saw that. Noticed that.
So
Yep.
there's the pride flag on the building. That means neither here nor there, just ironic.
Government building, I believe.
Yeah, it is. Government building.
He's making Molotov cocktails.
Palestine is fighting! And for us,
He's
Well,
fed
he
up.
can't do it when he's got Molotov cocktails on
if
him.
you are fighting,
Yeah, he sounds
you
like.
have to
That's what he's got right here. Is Molotov
are
right there.
thousands!
Alcohol.
They are killers!
Get back, Mom.
Okay, so there's one angle. I will remove it. I will just play the second angle of this from a little further away, but same situation. We're the police.
I wish I
Yeah.
had my gun with me. I'd do it.
Well, my question is, why aren't people going after him?
Like,
Those
try
aren't
to
lit.
tackle 'em.
Yeah, those aren't.
Well,
lit.
I'm looking at this, weak, feeble little lady. I mean, she's not going to be able to do that and take this lunatic
I'm
on.
talking about the guy over here to the
left, or
yeah,
left or
to the
or
right.
whatever we're
My
looking at.
right.
Mhm.
My right is you're doing that. That guy with
Yeah.
the hat who said, "I served." And
Yeah.
Then take him down.
Take them down. Yeah, here's the rest of it. Same thing, just further away, so you can kind of see people gathering around. It's easier to pull out a phone than it is to actually do something in life.
Of course,
anymore.
that's what
You
it
know?
is anymore. Yep.
That's what it is. I mean, it is easier to do that. The attack happened. It's from an illegal who was here from Egypt. There's no doubt about it. I understand, and I'll speak to Troll here on this one, that he did make a post about, not jumping the gun. You're causing division before you know the facts. I believe that in a lot of cases too. We always jump the gun. We always are trying to assume something that maybe is not true. Who knows, right? This was pretty obvious. And
When
pretty
it comes to the left, however,
Mhm.
you
Mhm.
can pretty much go directly to that. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And
so,
by the way, Democrats, stop with the prayers.
mhm.
You
Oh yeah,
caused-
I don't want to hear that bullshit. From
you guys caused this.
No, I don't wanna
shit,
hear that
so
bullshit.
Stop with we're all of it all over the place now in X.
Mhm.
Our hearts go out to the families that were harmed.
Oh yeah,
Violence
Hakeem
is never
Jeffries
the
of all people, making a
Seriously.
post about it. They're the cause. They're the
Yep.
reason why this is.
They're the
happening.
reasons why
Their
this happened.
policies, their leaders, their cities, their mayors, their the people who vote for them are all held liable for this kind of thing. And now, could it have been worse? Yeah, of course. But this is just the beginning. Again, there's going to be more of these
You're
because their
looking at
rhetoric
the-
doesn't stop.
You're looking at the attack on Shapiro's house.
Yeah.
The two Jewish students or individuals who were killed,
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, correct.
and now this.
The diplomats.
Let's not forget we're not allowing them to go to school.
Correct. And then we wonder
'Cause-
why Harvard, and then Harvard cheered at their graduation.
But that's
I think
fine.
Harvard has realized that the rest of the world doesn't give a shit about Harvard.
Not at
Right?
all.
We don't care. We don't care about what you're doing there, or what your feelings are about this. This is the result of all of that, years and years and years. And then, of course, the last 4 years of just letting anybody come in whatever the hell they want and just overstay their visas and
that's the concern.
Whatever. Troll did make this comment, and I think he might be right. He sounds like he's Irish.
Yeah, I think so. Conor McGregor sounds a little bit
nothing funny about this scene whatsoever, except I tend to find humor in a lot of things that are not funny.
Yes, you do.
You see them
and
you
usually leave me hanging.
See them poor little St. Jude kids come up and just can't. I'm just trying to enjoy a ball game. Anyways, so I'm just saying.
You actually went there. I can't.
I'm just saying. I'm trying to, it's the 7th inning stretch, and all of a sudden.
Okay, go on.
Anyways,
finish
trying to enjoy the fucking ball game, right? So, in the mix of all this, there was a video of him standing there with the Molotov cocktails and a sign that said "No smoking." It was just not. That's not funny. None of this is funny. Again, just ironic placement of
send hate mail to Dale.
I'm just saying there was a no smoking sign. I'm like, he didn't obey that either. So another crime he committed. Anyways, absolutely tragic situation that I
guess somebody died, I guess, because it's
now it's murder
charge.
Somebody did.
Right.
Correct.
And
there was a body that was half burned. Again, nothing
murder.
Funny.
It's murder charge, folks.
It's murder charge.
What's
going to happen to him?
Now, of course, if there's a DA, a Soros DA,
he's going to walk.
Self-defense somewhere.
Or they'll extradite him back to Egypt, where the crime wasn't committed, although that's where he's from.
Guys,
they'll say, well, send him back home.
When you're protesting.
Well, he would be a hero, by the way. Go on.
Exactly. When you're protesting on campus and you're protesting, the right to protest, if you're standing, we talked about this many times, if you're standing on the grass and just holding up signs, using your megaphones,
holding up a sign,
that's freedom of speech.
Yelling "Free Palestine." Who cares?
When you're keeping a group of people, specific group of people from going to class, you're taking away their First Amendment rights.
Yeah,
that's okay.
Correct.
So anyway.
Oh, here, look at this. Dale can be reached at 69. Don't give a fuck road. That's right. Send your hate mail there.
It's probably his favorite number too, I think.
I know. I mean, oddly enough.
Mine's 13.
It's weird. It's a weird position. I don't know how that's.
Oh, it takes a while to get there, but once you're there,
you're there. Anyways, what does this say here? From Buckeye.
Yes.
Cause beta males run wild in the lib cities. The balls were taken by their Karen wives. Yeah, it's true. Like, look at the mayors, look at the people who vote for them. It's one thing to be all equal, and we want to, everybody should love each other and all. I mean, it's a great concept, right? Muslims hate us. They're born and raised to hate us. That's why when they're young, they give them guns and they say, go kill the infidels. That's their culture. That's how they're raised. They're raised to hate us. They're not going to mix well here. Never will. It's never going to happen.
You look at what's going on in Texas, and you look at what's going on in some of these states.
Yeah,
folks, something's going on. All right, something's going on. You look at what's going on in England. They showed the parliament. They showed the parliament. And by the way,
something's going on.
You saw what happened after the soccer match in France, right?
I did. Yeah, we all saw that.
Pushing to abolish soccer. Because
I'm with you.
Hard. It's
hashtag abolish soccer.
Make it guns have.
I agree. Soccer balls
more damage than guns.
Yeah. Well, soccer balls don't kill people.
Well, no, but fights afterwards because something happens. I mean, occasionally at a baseball game or at a football game, you'll have some fans getting into it. Nothing like that.
The goalie probably gave up a record 2 goals. And
he's like Philadelphia. Boring. When you win, you burn the city down.
I know that's what you do. This is what you do. But some cities do need kind of cleansing like that. And so Philadelphia might be one of them. City of brotherly love. Any comments over here? What are we talking about today? There's
they didn't
troll.
find
They
a
didn't
four-leaf clover in his back pocket. Well, they might have. We don't know. It's allegedly anyway.
Let's not
the
jump
FBI is calling it an act of terrorist, but
the police chief,
Colorado,
is all for
calling it that.
Equity and inclusion, is calling it. Well, wait, it's a man. It was a man who did that. Send me back to Egypt so you can meet up with his handlers in Israel. That's true. That's why. What does Crash say? Why 2 streams?
What?
What's the bottom thing say from Crash?
Seen that lately, and I was wondering. I don't understand.
Listen, I'm as confused, but it takes nothing to confuse me. Obviously,
I know of Island in the streams, but I don't know.
Of course you do.
What do you mean 2 streams? We always stream this way.
PPN. I think we always stream it.
Yeah, we always stream to PPN. Yeah,
I think so. And troll. He's drunk again. I mean, he might be. There's nothing wrong with that. Moving on here, because
please.
We're on to the nonsense portion.
Yeah. They also with that flashlight. You can't shine the light in his eyes.
Don't shine shiny things at me. I can't do it. That's why the whole comment section is it distracts me from and I love it. That's why I put you normally in charge of it, but then sometimes you fail me, and then I have to
it's not that I fail you. I'm letting you finish your statement, and then you just go out and start putting up, because I'm respecting you.
Oh, we're throwing down today on this Monday. Huh? It's early for us. Okay, that's how you want to play. Volcanoes are blowing up in Italy. I'm just thought.
Oh my gosh! Yeah.
So what's happening? World War III. I don't have any videos of it. We've all seen it. Is it happening? What's going on? Lindsey Graham is to blame. Why does Trump endorse somebody like Lindsey Graham? First of all, I think he's a little light in the loafers. I'm just speculating, allegedly. I feel. Second of all, it's all self-serving for that son of a bitch. Just when you think Lindsey Graham is like, oh, okay, anything he says now. Now, I've had friends in the past who've asked, hey, I'll help you do that or whatever. And then I'm like, what the hell do you want in return? Those people, that's Lindsey Graham to me. And then I just get rid of those people. I don't deal with them, because I'm like, every time I'm like, hey, I don't know, I'm moving Saturday. You want to help? Free beer, pizza, whatever. And then the next weekend, it's like, hey, I need help, cutting down an 80-foot tree. You owe me. What the? Those people are out of my life. This is Lindsey Graham to me. So I don't understand. Is there not some sort of violation, him and Blumenthal going over to meet with the clown?
You would have thought they had permission. I mean, I would assume they had permission, and they were directed.
Who gives that permission?
Say. Yeah.
Who gives that permission? Secretary of State at a minimum should be. That'd be Rubio, and I don't think that's it. I think.
But what's weird is what happened after they left. That's
of course.
That's
of course. You tell me Graham didn't know what was going to happen.
Yeah. Now I'm going to say, Ukraine.
War. They do what they do.
You have every right to defend yourself. Absolutely.
Of course.
I'm thinking Zelensky has some brass freaking balls. I'm telling you, because this man from Russia is not normal.
He's psychotic.
And they have these bombs that can just pretty much wipe everybody out. Not nuclear either.
So what happens? Nuclear, what happens if that happens?
These missiles, I should say.
That's World War III to me. I think Putin knows if he drops a bomb like that and just annihilates everybody in Ukraine.
Russia's done. Yeah,
Russia's done. Then Russia's, well, I wouldn't say done. I think there's just a war. Russia's got a lot of backing from people like China and
I understand,
North Korea and Iran.
You've got you got the UK, you've got France, Germany. They're all adding to their defense. They're listening to President Trump saying, you guys need to increase your defense spending here, because Russia may not stop at Ukraine. We know that, right? And as NATO nations, you have to defend, even though Ukraine's not NATO. But this was a ballsy move. I'm
agreed.
Not saying that he shouldn't have done it, because I look, you catch them off guard, you take out some major bombers, but you didn't take them all out.
Yeah, correct.
And I love the pictures of this is on X, folks. Just be careful how what you believe. No, the submarines, showing the submarines now in the Black Sea from Russia.
I know.
See their subs. Okay,
No.
it's just like ours. You can't see them. Okay, you see them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
once they come out, that's a sub.
It's like the Loch Ness monster.
Their subs aren't just floating out there. So like, hey,
be careful what you buy. Okay, be careful what you see on X and say, because
of course
Russia just doesn't go out and say, "Hey guys, look at us! Hi,
here's
these
our subs.
Are pretty good." Okay, so
I didn't believe any of that when I first saw it. That's why I was like, bullshit.
No, I don't doubt that they're not there,
or that they're not trying to hit them.
But you didn't see that. Okay, those pictures were not.
How's the Ukraine submarine force? What's Ukraine's naval force like?
I'm just. They better prepare for a response. And I'm telling you.
Well, this could turn ugly and turn ugly quick. And then, of course, the left is like, Trump said he was going to end it on day one. Again, promises made, promises unkept.
Well, you're dealing with two complete
lunatics
here. Okay, you're dealing with people who are power hungry. You got one side, Zelensky, and I know this is going to probably piss some people off, who, in my opinion, doesn't care about his people, doesn't care about his warriors. He cares about the money that's coming to him.
Oh,
that's
he doesn't. No, it's fully.
Putin's completely insane and power hungry. I mean, you've got two people at warring factions, and you pushing Russia to do something stupid.
Yes.
Okay. And that's what worries me. Okay. From this standpoint, because, hey, again, Zelensky and Ukraine, you have a right to defend yourself. Absolutely. 100%. And I thought it was kind of cool. Great job.
Great job.
Now it's like, playing the Risk.
I mean,
you know, the game Risk.
Yeah, I know.
When you're hot, you're rolling, you're like, oh yeah, I got you. And then all of a sudden the dice don't start going your way.
You're right. Of course, the left's like, well, it turns out that it looks like he had cards to play. No, I think he's.
Everybody's making him look. I mean, did you see the left?
They're just like a hero,
putting this guy up.
Oh, did you see
Trump
Harry
said
Sisson?
He had no
Finally,
cards
Ukraine. I guess he did have the cards, of course.
Okay.
I said, you all assholes know what you're cheering for here?
Good job.
Do you even know?
You had the cards.
Yeah. Do you even know? Send Harry's little pussy ass over to there and go fight for him, buddy. Go get on the front lines.
We know darn well they weren't. We know Russia has missiles, and I'm not talking nuclear, right? They have missiles that they can send.
How outdated they are, I don't know, but yeah,
they can send. This war could be over now.
It could be. It could have been over 2 years ago.
Exactly.
Yes.
So, I don't know what the deal is. I think they're kind of messing around each other, playing with each other and everything else, because, when we have our left sitting here saying, it's hurting our economy with Russia doing what they're doing. You think Russia's going to try to end the war if it's hurting Americans' economy?
Correct.
And they have North Korea fighting with them.
Yeah, of course.
And they have the European Union buying their oil.
Yes.
Yes, folks, buying their oil. The European Union is buying oil from the country that is evil.
That's right.
Anyway,
shit's gonna hit the fan.
Do you see where I'm going with this? It's not like I'm taking anybody's side. No, I know you do, because you and I talk all the time. I'm not taking anybody's side. I'm just saying, whose side's right?
I know.
That's all I'm saying.
Yep, exactly. You're right. Good point. Fairycast, Ukraine bought some old diesels from Canada, the expensive ones with the screens on the windows. And also he said here, hey, talk about being slow on the uptake. Hey guys, Fairycast.
That's not very environmental friendly, though.
No, it's not. Yeah. I mean, this war's got to end anyway.
Because John Kerry had to come out and say what,
I almost played
with everything going on right now. Everything going on right now. Yes, folks, John Kerry actually still is talking about
global warming.
Oh my God.
Yes. Can you believe it?
Babylon B.
What?
He said Al Gore caught with a hair dryer trying to melt the growing ice caps. I love that.
I do too. Babylon B is the greatest. Let's move on, Jim. Let's get onto this real quick. Trump and U.S. deal. I mean, he did. I mean, this is a big, huge win that, of course, isn't being covered on any station.
Because it's positive.
Yes, any station. The Democrats, they're for the unions. They're for the working guy. They're for the. What did they do? They almost freaking lost U.S. Steel in Pittsburgh. Let's hear Trump there. Just past Friday, I think it was Friday.
More than 124 years, the men and women of U.S. Steel have poured the molten metal and forged the tempered beams that built America's railroads, bridged mighty rivers, and raised up towering skyscrapers like the ones we have in New York. 100 stories high and much higher than that. The city of Pittsburgh used to produce more steel than most entire countries could produce. And it wasn't even close, but our steelworkers know better than anyone. Decades of Washington betrayals and incompetence and stupidity and corruption cost this region over 100,000 steel jobs, and they melted away just like butter melts away. Between the year 2000 and 2016, more than half of all the jobs in Pittsburgh's iron and steel mills were obliterated. They were just absolutely taken away. Like you take away candy from a baby. When I came into office 8 years ago, I proclaimed a simple but crucially important principle. If you don't have steel, you don't have a country. You don't have a country. You can't make a military.
Correct.
What are we going to do? Say, let's go to China to get our steel for the army tanks and for the boats and ships.
So that I can listen to Trump say China all day long.
China,
just all day long. Here's something from one of the steel workers who was up on stage.
John German, I am the plant manager for this Urban Works here. I had 35 years with U.S. Steel. I'm a first generation U.S. Steel worker. It is an honor to host you, Mr. President, today. And let me tell you, it was a lot of work, but it was well worth it. But I will always tell people that, it is for the workers that are out on this floor. It is for our families that are out here with support us. It is for the community members in our community and our state and our country. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart.
He saved lives. He saved families. He saved jobs. Buckeye's got the greatest.
Yeah, which is why I would Buckeye, because I'm telling you right now, if this does anything at all positive towards the Pittsburgh Steelers, I'm going to have a problem with what he did. I'm just saying.
Buttigieg 2028 for you, right?
No, I'll vote for JD, but Trump's losing my. I'm sorry, and when I see a Pittsburgh jersey with Trump on the back,
just aggravates you, huh? Yeah. Well, I mean, if Cincinnati would ever do anything for him,
shut up.
Maybe.
But anyway, because see the problem with never mind. Anyway, but okay, folks, keep in mind this is another thing that he's doing to help the economy and to help union laborers, like he has done with the auto industry. You notice the auto industry is talking positive about him and his tariffs and what's going on, because what's it doing? It's growing their economy. It's growing
bringing jobs.
And I got a little video here of Besant again schooling.
Oh, I want you to play that. I've played a few. I want you to get into the Besant thing because it's pretty.
Oh, this is just a real simple clip. This is not a long clip. This is no, Haken. That is not what I said. Would you stop?
You heard it
not what I said.
Is voting AOC.
No,
Crockett.
Because President Trump can't run in 2028. Okay, so calm down, people. That's not what I'm saying. But I don't know. You don't know how much I hate Pittsburgh. I hate it.
You hate it enough to. Okay, all right. Those poor people of Pittsburgh. What have they ever done to you? The citizens of Pittsburgh. What have they?
Cheer for the
they are scumbags. I get it. We hate them.
Damn Steelers. That's what they do. Anyway,
all right.
So
Besant,
again, Brennan keeps
smartest man
having.
in the room.
Brennan keeps having Besant on her show.
I know.
Now this is a short clip, but pay attention to what he does. It's awesome.
There will either be less inventory or things at higher prices or both.
When we were here in March, you said there was going to be big inflation. There hasn't been any inflation. Actually, the inflation.
Okay, I'm going to go back and play this again. For all of you watching, I want you to watch her eyelids.
Yeah.
This is a tell. Okay, just watch her eyelids after she asks this question. He starts answering.
The reality is there will either be less inventory or things at higher prices or both.
When we were here in March, you said there was going to be big inflation. There hasn't been any inflation. Actually, the inflation numbers are the best in 4 years. So why don't we stop trying to say this could happen and wait and see what does happen?
It's a tale, folks. When eyelids start going like that, you are uncomfortable.
Yeah, you're uncomfortable.
And
yeah,
you know, it's
why
always
does she have him on all the time? What is
they
she
all
thinking?
They
all do.
It's not
They
like the Biden administration where they never went on Fox because they were actually going to be asked questions by specific people. They never went on there. President Trump's administration, like him or not, okay, get upset that get upset that Bondi's on Fox all the time and not doing her job. Whatever, get upset, but they're out there. They will go on any show you want them to come on to defend what they're doing. And but Besson is the smartest man in the room every
time, hands down.
So
and I don't know why she keeps having him on. But he keeps agreeing because he knows, well, this is easy.
This is easy. Well, and we have to say, even though the 405,000 people watching CNN, maybe and you know what? Not even that's at night.
Yeah. No,
so on a Sunday, probably not so much. But it's just terrible. It's bad journalism.
Terrible.
It's just bad journalism, and they're taking it every way they can. Oh, and by the way, the book. His book only sold 53,000 copies.
Jake Tapper's, I know, and his ratings have dropped. Now, his ratings have dropped because he's no longer their hero, right? His ratings have dropped. One, because we conservatives never watched him to begin with, because we
never will, even
and then the sheep followed him and watched him until they realized, oh wait, he's talking bad about Biden. Oh, so we're boycotting him. So I mean.
Yeah. See, the thing is, we aren't going to surround ourselves around Tapper. Okay, now like the left does when Liz Cheney leaves the Republican Party. Oh, we love her. We don't do that because we see right through you,
right through the bullshit.
You can try to do whatever.
The fact somebody had to write a book to say, oh gosh, we didn't know he had cognitive. The fact, I'll give him credit. He was the first one to write the book. You know, we all knew it. There's no revelations.
He came out and admitted this because he thought it was a moneymaker. The only reason he did this, look, I'm going to be the first one to come out and write this book. I'm going to be a hero.
Yep.
No, we're going to be saying, where in the hell have you been?
Yeah. No shit.
I don't care if you apologize to Laura Trump. Don't care.
Yeah, exactly.
Look what you did that caused this man to be put in that seat.
That's right.
That a lot of cheating, but put him in that seat.
Yes.
That allowed him to do this. So
and throughout it with even Biden all the way up to the election. I mean, this guy was Kamala, you know.
God, can you imagine her?
No, I was just thinking that the shit we would be in if she was the commander in chief. I couldn't even imagine it. We couldn't stock enough vodka.
It wouldn't be Pride Month. It'd be Pride Year.
Oh, geez. Oh, happy Veterans Month. That's right. Yeah, it is not Pride Month. I do have, you know why it's not Pride Month? I'll just show it to you now. I'll just show you one. I'm not going to be playing all this crap, but there's two videos. I might as well just do it now. One's a lunatic at Target, an old friend of Jim and ours. I say that because
we've had her on before.
Ripped the living shit out of her on TikTok.
Huge Trump fan. Huge Trump fan.
Huge Trump fan. Listen to this bull crap rant.
In my Target.
So before I start, if you don't know her, she is on TikTok and she's got quite a following.
Yep.
I'm not going to give her who she is. She's an asshole. But she claimed to be a Republican who switched to the Democrat Party. And you tell me when this was a Republican stance. All right, here she is, lunatic.
Happy Pride Month. In my Target that used to have the Pride section, it's now all USA.
I'm just stopping.
Remember when patriotism wasn't an issue?
I wonder if her Target is located in the USA. But anyways, here's
Yay! It's an American summer. except for tourism, because tourism's down because no one wants to come here. USA,
I
woo!
I don't think.
And honestly, my dad.
No, believe me. Yeah. I'm telling you right now, that ain't true.
Because Dale happens to live in a pretty high vacation area. And do they speak English?
I wish tourism was down. Only for the fact so I can get into a restaurant and or get through traffic at any time without waiting.
In her defense, where I'm from, tourism is down.
I mean, you got 3 strip clubs within a mile. I don't know how tourism.
For every church, we have a strip club. I mean, come on.
That's right. I don't know how tourism's down at all there. Here she is. We'll finish.
Served the military, and I'd love to be really proud of this nation, but it's hard to be proud of it under Donald Trump. But hey, while you're here, pick up a USA bikini. Why not?
Not you.
Not you. Please don't put down the bikini.
Yeah, Target's really taken this anti-DEI thing to another level.
Oh.
Maybe it's because they want to sell stuff.
It's a problem now. Maybe because they want to sell.
Maybe they want to make a profit.
Maybe it's a business model they're looking at. You tell me. Maybe it's that. Wait, I'm going to play the second one real quick, and it's the only one I'm doing today. But she's complaining about them Target not having all this pride crap and all this other bullshit on there. Maybe here's why. West Hollywood had their pride parade yesterday, which Jim did have tickets to, but travel arrangements didn't work out.
Yeah, the flight ticket didn't. Yeah.
It just didn't work out. Jim was headed there to do, he was going to ride this float actually. But this is sickening. Anyways.
Kids, folks. Kids are around. Kids are around.
Kids are around.
That's me in the mask.
This is how they have to celebrate Pride Month. Fire truck volunteered, like the fire department volunteered for that. That was Jim though in the mask. If you didn't see it, go back, watch the replay, pause it, zoom in, you'll see little Jimmy.
If you proud. Hey, be proud. I mean, go ahead. Be proud. Kids are around. Okay. I'm not going to have a proud federal. I'm not going to have a proud. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Something happened. Am I coming across okay? It's weird. Anyway.
Say it again. What?
If we had a Pride Heterosexual Month,
mm-hmm.
I really, truly do not think people are going to be on a fire truck
naked, almost naked.
I just don't believe that. I don't believe
with
that.
their ball sacks hanging out.
Be proud, enjoy your time, but kids are around.
Have we lost the meaning of the word proud? I mean, proud. Still wearing masks. I just vote for AOC. I mean,
I was hoping that it didn't get out there, but Dale had to show the damn.
I mean, proud. I'm proud. Yeah, everybody's seen the old Norm Macdonald when he was talking about pride and the parent, and he's like, "Oh yeah, my son, he went to Harvard, and he plays in the orchestra there, and he's first. And by the way, he sucks dick. Yeah, we're really proud of him. I mean, like, what have we come that far in this nation that for one, you got to take a whole month and celebrate the fact that you do enjoy same-sex stuff.
And if I was.
And if you do
the black community, I would be upset.
I would too.
They get a month with 28 days, and the proud people get a month with 30 days.
I know.
I think that's racist.
But Asian Pacific just had last month. That's 31. So I don't know how they outrank them, but they did. Somehow good for them. The fact that you are still doing this is ridiculous.
And Mexicans only get 1 day.
Yeah, but it's a hell of a day. How much does the Irish get? Where's the Italian day? Somebody tell me that.
Every day.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Where's that go? Where's that come from?
You know what? Rich still has not made it. Buckeye.
He hasn't. He's not even here. Where is he? Where is Rich today?
I know. Well, I think, I don't know.
Holy crap! We played his ad and everything.
Damn it!
Doesn't even have the nerve to show up. What does it say here? What's it? Who you share a bed with is your business and yours alone. Doesn't deserve an entire month.
Very well said.
Or a minute of time, Rich.
Very well said.
Very, very.
Yeah, and
well
Buckeye
said.
Rich. Yeah, where are you? Yeah,
where are you? We don't know. Yeah, we're not sure. Send out the posse is right, Buckeye. Anyway, so that's why Target is, because of that display. Again, if they were, they shouldn't have parades, they shouldn't have any of it. But if they just had normal people dressed, like walking and saying, hey, this is who we are. Thank you for noticing us. We appreciate the fact that you don't kill us like they do in every Islamic country across the world. We appreciate that fact. But free Palestine, by the way. But we, appreciate the fact that you don't kill us. Here we are. Thank you. And then move the fuck on.
Do you truly think the Middle East is celebrating Pride Month?
Of course they are.
And if they are, it's going to be a whole lot different way.
Yeah, you see that truck there? It'll be, they'll have nooses on it and they'll be hanging
from there. Yeah.
Hanging from them. But free Palestine. Anyways, unbelievable crap. Jim, that's what I've got as far as that goes. I've got some John Solomon stuff, but in the essence of time, and you've got a lot to discuss, and I should let you talk today. The show's all
something went under the radar. And maybe it didn't. Maybe we talked about it. I just forgot about it. Who knows?
Yeah.
But I think what went under the radar is, do you guys remember what the head of the Energy Department, the Secretary of Energy, did before she left? Did I know you do? When she got $1 billion in loans?
Correct.
Billions. We're talking hundreds of billions of dollars in loans. No business plan.
Correct.
No path on what it's going to be paid. Listen to this. This is, folks, again, sometimes I think maybe we're losing sight
of the real issues because of the distractions.
$40 billion was supplied in support through the Loan Program Office in its 15 years of existence, a little over $40 billion, and then almost $100 billion in the 76 days after they lost the election and before President Trump's inauguration.
So you guys heard that, like 40 billion in since like when, last 30 years or something like that, or last, I can't remember what he said.
Let's go back. Let's go back because you got to.
And then listen to the numbers and the time frame is really the important part here.
What the hell happened?
Oh, there's no sound.
Yeah, hold on.
This is a Jim thing, people.
Yeah, now this is me. I got you. Remove.
And try it again.
What the hell? Oh, there we go. Hold on. I was doing the wrong button.
Jim.
A little over $40 billion was supplied in support through the Loan Program Office in its 15 years of existence. A little
$40 billion in 15 years.
$40 billion in 15 years.
Which is outrageous to begin with, but go on.
In the last 3 months of the presidency of Biden.
$40 billion, and then almost $100 billion in the 76 days after they lost the election and before President Trump's inauguration. Like, if those were great ideas that were benefit to the America, why didn't they do it in the 2.5 years after the Inflation Reduction Act was passed? Why did they wait till they lost the election? They changed terms and loan covenants. They basically tried to set bombs to make it hard for us to unwind the mess they'd created. That's just not a responsible way to treat American taxpayer money and to move our energy system forward. So yes, we've stepped into a lot of mess, but this stuff's all fixable. We've got an aggressive team going after it. And you see already American energy prices are down, investments in America to bring jobs back are up. So I think we're going the right direction, but yeah, we've got a lot to clean out.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Aging. There's this.
Oh, so there's this book.
Yeah, hold on, that's another thing.
Woo! Who said Jim could talk? I know.
Well, I love you too.
I forgot to ask permission. Buckeye said,
"Welcome to the amateur."
Oh my God,
that's kind of hurt. That actually hurts more than the who said Jim could talk. That kind of hurts more than that. But the point of the matter is, guys,
painful.
They again, and if I'm not mistaken, Stacey Abrams Foundation got some of that money. These were loans, given out to groups of people with no business plan who maybe the previous year only had $100,000 the previous year, getting billions of dollars now.
Whatever happened to Stacey Abrams, Jim? Where's she at this point?
Thinking of running for governor again.
She at the dentist?
Unfortunately, I think at Georgia, your 4th time is free, so I think she gets elected automatically.
I think so.
But
that's
it's
why Beto
guys,
O'Rourke moved to Georgia.
Things like this happened a lot under the Biden administration.
This is me
without us even seeing any of this stuff, right? So now it's coming to light, and it's like, why are we not talking about this more? Why are the Republicans?
I know
haven't worked a damn day since they took power, and President Trump's been working 24/7.
Do you see? Yeah, I agree. A troll had the best answer to the where is Stacey Abrams. Right now, you putting it up there? Put it up there. Golden Corral. Buckeye! Poor Jim. You wanted me to make a safe space for you?
Oh no, because the safe space wouldn't work. We're good.
No,
I'm fine.
He does have a safe word though. I'll tell you guys off air what it is. Please don't use Jim and Speedo in the same sentence. Hey, Duck. Good morning to you. Thank you for commenting on that as well. I agree.
And you know what though? My wife says the same thing, so don't worry about it. So,
yeah, she's like, please don't even show it. Jim, what else you got for us?
Okay, so that was that. So again, that's just not cool. But again, another Democrat hears from a lot of Republicans.
Speaking of aging, there's this book that.
Gosh, darn it! Here we go.
Republicans are saying, Democrats, please do something right now. We feel like this is not what we voted for. Elon Musk is unaccountable. He's
gone, by the way.
Transparency, no accountability.
Still talking?
He's slashing our essential services and programs, and they want to see action from the Democratic Party. I'm making sure to go out and reassure people that I'm fighting for them every single day, that I am committed to protecting Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, and that we're going to use every tool in the toolbox to stand up for them.
I can't stand people with that kind of tone in their voice, or that actual voice. I don't know what it is about that, but that's like nails on a chalkboard, that kind of voice. And she's full of shit. And I think she's probably a lesbian. So,
but again, this is the second, because AOC, Republicans are calling me all the time, liking what I'm doing and everything. They lie all the time.
Nobody's calling them.
And keep in mind, folks, when they say that they are protecting Medicaid, they're protecting the illegals on Medicaid.
They don't. That's never. Yes. And why do they want the illegals, Jim?
Because we'll get into that in a little bit. We'll get into that real quick. But my wife, says no, she does not. So.
Thank you for defending him, as you should.
And yes,
I want to see him. In
colored buttons would help.
You need me to color code the buttons for each other.
It would help. It would help a little bit. But anyway,
why are we struggling so much today, Jim?
So I wanted to tell you, we talked about this briefly before, but now the 2030 apportionment forecast has come out from the 2023 population estimates.
So the census, basically, it's based on the census.
Now, remember, illegals were in there.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. So Oregon, -1 seat.
So these are seats.
House.
These are house seats.
Yep, these are seats in the House. Oregon -1, California -4.
Yeah.
You know how many people have to leave
to get -4? But wait, Newsom saying that's not true.
New York -1, Pennsylvania -1, Minnesota -1, Illinois -2.
Of course.
Okay. And then listen to these states: Idaho +1, Utah +1, Arizona +1, Texas +4, Tennessee, North Carolina, Georgia +1, Florida +3. So this helped us understand why the left wants illegals here.
And why they ship them to the red states, too.
Yeah. You notice that?
Yeah.
You notice
why they shipped them there.
Strategically, remember the quiet flights that they sent them on?
Middle of the night flights?
They didn't go to Florida. They didn't come up to Indiana. They didn't go to Utah. They didn't go to Idaho.
Yep.
They went to California,
Yep.
Oregon, Illinois to help offset what's going on.
Offset
I
the
just thought that
losses
was
from
very
the
interesting
population.
on that. And
Texas
remember
is a worry to me, bro.
Well, only because of what the hell is going on with
I don't
population down there.
Oh, it's insane. So I don't know what's really happening down there, but
but that
Jim,
was her. So that was now. Here's Bill Clinton.
Yeah,
guys. We haven't heard from Bill.
Still
in a
not
long
under
time.
arrest for
we haven't
Epstein
gotten to the
Island.
Nazi thing yet. We're going to get to that next. But Bill Clinton, folks, I'm not making this up. If you haven't seen this already, watch this.
There's this book that came out that talks about Joe Biden and the people around him seeing that he had cognitive and physical decline.
Jeez, look at him.
Did you ever have a moment with him where you thought maybe he was unfit to run for president? No.
I thought he was a good president. The only concern I thought he had to deal with was could anybody do that job until they were 86? And we'd had several long talks. I had never seen him and walked away thinking he can't do this anymore. He was always on top of his brief.
You never saw any
cognitive
in his briefs.
So
no cognitive
I didn't know
decline.
anything about any of this, and I haven't read the book. I saw President Biden not very long ago, and I thought he was in good shape. But the book didn't register with me because I never saw him that way.
Why didn't you read the book?
I didn't want to, because he's not president anymore, and I think he did a good job, and I think we are facing challenges today without precedent in our history.
Are we?
Caused by you guys.
Some people are trying to use this as a way to blame him for the fact that Trump was reelected.
That's exactly. You talk about cognitive skills, and he's probably looking at her. Who was the lady? I can't remember her name.
I can't remember her name.
But he's probably looking at her like, "Was she
I know.
12 years old?"
That's right. But what do we
Boy,
do?
if only you could be 12 years old again.
This is. They lost one because a lot of people realized that they lied to them about President Biden's mental health. Two, you had Kamala Harris running for president on that one. Three, our borders were wide open. Our people were dying from fentanyl. Illegals were raping and murdering our citizens. Bad people were killing us. That's maybe why they lost the election.
Here's what I'm going to do. Here's a tell. As a body language expert, years and years in training, the first telltale sign of a liar is the fact that they constantly look at their opposite hand, the hand they are not. He is right-handed, and he's constantly looking down to the left, constantly to the left. You can call me what you want, but that's true. That's a true statement. There's telltale signs when somebody's lying. He's struggling to lie. He doesn't know how to answer. He's just like, I don't want to talk about this. I'd like to see your young daughter. Whatever he's thinking to himself in his brain. I got to be honest with you. That's the best he's looked in a long time, though. So they did a good job on the makeup and the, Botox.
Very good.
Well, I didn't say he looked good. I said it's the best he's looked. Probably because Epstein, finally Epstein did kill himself. Told you son of a bitches, and he's probably like, nothing's going to happen to me. I'm an old man who's going to die. And haven't I lived in hell enough being with Hillary Clinton? That's probably what I do feel bad.
See that? Well, that's his. And I understand that it was marriage of convenience, not love, but
we know that. I'd be like, is there no other convenient marriage I could get into other than Hillary?
I do want to play the HHS whistleblower. Heard this yet?
And then
I do want to play that. And then we'll get into Hitler real quick, and then we'll get into them. Okay, so here is the HHS whistleblower, folks. And again, this isn't being talked about.
Zip codes, less than 10% of the children went to family members. This is unacceptable.
These are migrant children that they said were coming across the border that they were giving to less than, did you hear that?
To less than 10% given to family members.
10% were given to family members.
I raised my hand to help the Biden administration with this crisis. I believed I was going to help place children in loving homes. I had no idea that we were sending children to criminals, to traffickers, and to members of transnational criminal organizations. So the Biden-Harris failed open border policy allowed bad actors into the country. Transnational criminal organizations, foreign terrorist organizations, MS-13, 18th Street Gang, and we know they are sponsors of children.
It was nice knowing you, Tara Rodas.
Yep. Oh, no, she's
heard from again.
She's protected.
Is she? Yeah, she's protected. Broken country, broken hearts. Agreed. Thank you for joining. I don't know how to say if I'm saying that right, James.
Jamius.
Is that it? If I'm saying that right? But thank you for being here. Yeah, it's absolutely true. What a shame. And my question is when did she realize that that was not happening? Yep. Was it very early on in her tenure at HHS? Was it? And why wait till now after the whole Biden thing?
Right.
You know, how much was she getting paid? I always question people that don't come out. I mean, like the first time I saw, like, let's just say I worked at an animal shelter, right? You know me, I love animals. I'm like that's, I'm not, I understand you don't, Jim, but I love animals. I'm working at an animal shelter and I see the first sign of somebody doing something nefarious to an animal. Fuck it. I'm out there. I'm telling everybody and I'm bringing it to, I don't understand people who wait, you know, until they get that protection or until they, you know, I don't know. Again, everybody's story is different. So I don't understand.
You know, maybe they were threatened.
Maybe
they were threatened and all that. We don't know. But the point of the matter is now, again, folks, admitted.
Yeah.
Isn't this enough at least to bring charges against Mayorkas?
Yeah, you would.
I mean, isn't
how
it?
Much more?
Isn't
how
it
much
enough?
more evidence has to be out there to bring charges against Mayorkas?
But we can't talk about this, right?
Oh, yes, we can. Jim, let's get on to the Hitler stuff. Then we've got a top five to get to.
Yeah, real quick. Here is Cory Booker. Here's his salute.
Let me see.
Okay.
Well,
so it
started over for me.
Like that. Okay.
Just started over for me. You rewind.
It's real. It's like 5 seconds or 2. I mean, it's just very short.
There it is.
We wanted to show that. Ready? He's got his hand where it's at. Right.
Uh-huh.
Here we go.
And hi Hitler.
Yep. Now, Dems are saying totally different.
Totally different. Than...
Okay. So this is real quick, guys. So you got to watch this. Here we go. Side by side.
Do it again.
Play it again. Side by side with Elon Musk, who was the evil guy, right?
Yeah, he's the evil guy. Yes.
Okay, so tell me what the difference is.
Oh, Elon's white. There's a difference.
Okay.
He was part of the Trump team, donated to Trump, Republican-ish, I'd say. Oh, there's a difference.
and
the media's reported
something else.
Yeah,
Elon Musk went like this.
Yeah.
The salute was forward.
Yeah.
The true Nazi salute was forward.
You're doing it right now, Jim's a Nazi.
Which is what Cory Booker did.
Yeah, I know.
Forward. Not to the side. It was forward.
And anyway. I'm not going to be that guy that says, I'm sure Cory Booker is
Cory Booker is not a Nazi.
Yeah.
However,
if
Elon Musk is.
You made the rules, Left.
He is.
You made the rules, and until you change those rules, Cory Booker is now forever a Nazi.
2 guys, 1 coup is not saying Cory Booker is a Nazi.
Well, he is. Because the left made rules.
Because exactly. If Elon Musk is,
allegedly,
so are you.
Allegedly a Nazi.
Allegedly.
What's Aiken? We got some comments down here. Oh, Mike, is there 2 to point? Sorry about that. I didn't even see it. Elon walked away from the Dems. That's another difference. It's very, very true. Hey, by the way, Mike, I support the deportations, but you have to jail those that allowed it. Troll, very good point.
Yep.
That's the stuff we need to see on X, brother.
And Mike agreed. Yep,
100%. They made the rules, and then they get pissed off when we abide by their rules they made up. that comes into play last week's, and I think it was Tarna or somebody who was not here today, and I miss her.
She's having internet issues.
Oh, okay. So
Aiken mentioned that earlier. Yep, Aiken mentioned.
Well, she just gets Starlink or something. Anyways,
wow.
Jeez,
touchy.
She made a point to the last week that the Republicans not play dirty enough, or do they? I mean, again, there's a point to where you are. We want to play dirty. We want to play by those rules, but we do have some integrity. When's the balance between integrity and F y'all? We're just gonna, blow you up. At this point, F you all. You've made these rules. You have bashed us for the last 10 years. You've called us Nazis. You've called us homophobes. You've called us xenophobes. You've done everything. You've tried to shoot our president. You tried to incarcerate our president. You've let illegals into our border. It's killing our citizens. At this point, no rules. F you, all of you. There's no rules anymore. So that's my soapbox. Thank you, Jim, for listening. Appreciate it. And you did it without interruption. And I appreciate that about you. It's why I love you, deep down. Right here, in the depths of my bowels. I mean, heart. I love you.
That's where I'm at, usually in the depths of your bowels.
Stop it. Hey, wait a second, bro. Wait a second. It's pride.
Yeah, that didn't sound right.
It sounded terrible. Jim's never been in my balls.
Troll, you are right. I am a caring man.
He is a caring man. He is. He's a giver. If anybody knows Jim, he is probably one of the best human beings alive. And I mean that wholeheartedly. And I'm not even going to make a funny about it. It's a shame how I treat this man.
It is actually.
Guys, what the actual? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened, but somehow Jim was in my balls.
They might be rethinking some things,
which is weird because I never felt it. Anyways, Jim, what time is it? Okay, suggested by the best moderator in all of the podcast world. Top 5 drummers. Thank you, Buckeye, for that.
I don't know a lot of drummers, right? That's not what I do. But then once I went through and did my research on this, I'm like, oh, wow, I guess I like drummers better than what I have.
Yeah.
Because the first one that I was going to have was going to be Alex Van Halen.
No.
But then I thought, wait a minute. Because even though I don't like the singer, the music of this group is good.
Yeah.
So in honor of you, the first drummer on my list is Neil Peart from Rush.
He's not good
musician-wise.
And you have him ranked way worse.
Hold on.
But I appreciate you. Thank you, Jim.
The music of Rush is fantastic. I mean, when you look at it, I just don't like Eddie Lee's voice. Okay. I just don't like it. All right. But
I get that.
Damn it. You can't argue with that. Right.
Yep.
Number 4, Tommy Lee, Motley Crue. I mean, say what you want about the guy. I mean, it makes you want to be a drummer. I mean, because his life, he lived a
makes
great
you want
life.
to be in a rock band. It's not so much that you have to be the drummer. But
I mean, this guy enjoyed every second of his fame.
He
every
did.
second. But he was also very good.
And still lives to tell about
and
it.
I will say this, Buckeye and Tommy Lee was on Buckeyes. So
yes, I'm going to be telling you. So looking at the side, and you guys don't know this yet. Well, you in the chat too, but those of you that are not in the chat and just listening, why you're not in the chat, the whole reason for the show is chat. Buckeyes has 0 in common with my list.
Oh,
for the first time, I think ever.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So you and I still might be on track because here's where I think because Neil Peart's on your list has to be, right?
Okay. Well, you're giving it away. Of course he was going to be on my list.
Here we go. Number 3. Here's where we might. Maybe this one, maybe. Rick Allen from Def Leppard.
No.
Only because, guys, one arm. I mean,
he's terrible. I thought he was terrible with 2. It only got worse once he had 1.
Got it.
He's a basic
one
drummer.
arm thing has to do it. Now, here's where I think we're going to agree.
Okay.
Number 2. Keith Moon, The Who.
Nope.
Oh wow, damn, that kind of surprised.
He was great.
I mean, come on, when you
he was
when
great,
you look,
and he was
when you talk about drummers,
he's a phenomenal drummer.
My
he
one
could have
and
made
2,
my list.
Yeah, my 1 and 2. I mean, they probably started the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
But Keith Moon from The Who.
Keith
and then
Moon
my
was
number one, John Bonham, Led Zeppelin.
John Bonham. I mean, no doubt about it. John Bonham.
Yeah,
gone too soon. John Bonham was great. He really was. He's a great musician. I'll tell you why I agree not only with Neil Peart, but Neil Peart was he was Rush. I mean, he was the songwriter along with Geddy Lee. I mean, he designed songs around his drumming. I mean, it was really technically advanced
from a musician standpoint. Rush was great. I do.
Yeah.
I can't argue that point. They were actually, because when you went back and I listened, I know you got a little different version because you actually have things that out there. But I mean, I listened to and I'm like, holy shit, that's right. That and if you notice, Mick Brown did not make my list.
I know why, Jim. Let's play. What do we got? I think we have.
Okay.
So top 5. This is a great list. I'm going to tell you why.
There's nothing wrong with this list. Absolutely.
Top 5. Number 5, Travis Barker, Blink-182. Travis Barker's phenomenal. Phil Rudd, AC/DC. I do not disagree with. Tommy Lee got on there. Joey Jordison, Slipknot. So good. Jeremy Spencer, 5 Finger Death Punch. If you don't know them, you obviously clearly should listen to them. That is a great list. That is an absolute phenomenal list.
And
no doubt about it. In no particular order from Aiken. Dennis Chambers, Alex Van Halen, Vinny. Who's Vinny? Well, why don't I know
some
him?
of these I'm not familiar with.
Right below, and Steve Gadd. Honorable mention. Lee. Why don't I know Vinny?
Yeah.
Fill me in. Shit, I'm gone blank on that one.
Jamie is that yet. Tommy Lee was
badass. Badass drummer
without
a doubt. Bonham,
thank you.
Peart, Van Halen, Lee, my cousin Tony.
Okay. I'll have you know, 3. We agreed on 3 of those. I don't know your cousin Tony.
And he agreed with me here on Def Leppard. Very basic, Dale. Thank you. He was extremely basic drummer. Easy drum beats. Literally,
he had one.
He was basic at 2.
Okay.
You think
Okay,
getting
guys,
rid of 1?
If you knew the story,
that's when he started using the double bass.
If you knew the story of what happened after he had his accident, okay?
Yeah, it was a car accident.
Mutt Lange wanted them to move on.
Mm-hmm.
Elliott said no. And Rick Allen came to them and said, I got this figured out. And you saw how hard this guy worked, how hard he did with his feet, with his hand, and everything else. It wasn't a DEI hire.
The Fairy Cast. Oh, sorry. The first DEI hire
had to do to get to that point.
Yeah.
It's impressive when you look at it from that standpoint, because
there's zero.
Joe Elliott respected him enough to say, we will. And so when he figured it out, he figured it out. So make fun of me all you want to.
Nope, Jim, I will not make fun of you. That's your list. Again, it wasn't a terrible list. I just never, ever would have put anybody from Def Leppard, Quiet Riot, kind of those bands, Poison Rat. I mean, I even don't think that they were just kind of, to me, sort of basic drummers, but Def Leppard, no more basic. To me, Ringo Starr was the most basic drummer, shitty drummer, if you ask me, in all the bands. Doesn't help. I don't like the Beatles. I just think his drumming was kind of meh. All right, well, let's do mine. I've got a little different take here.
Yeah, yours is actually cool.
So top 5 drummers of all time. Let's start off with this one. Is it playing? Carl Palmer.
Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Yep.
Look at Dale. So good.
Yeah, but all drummers do that. They all have solos that they do that on. I don't. Okay, cool. All right. Good choice. Dale, I think you froze, buddy.
Yep, I'm probably gone, right?
There you go. All right. That was okay. That was all right.
Emerson, Lake, and Palmer. That is my first one. Yeah. And now on to my second one, which I will tell you right now, because I've got this all figured out. Maybe it'll play, maybe it won't. Danny Carey of Tool. If you don't know who he is, and if you're not familiar with Tool, is it playing, Jim?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm listening.
I can scooch it up and even get more into it.
Not as familiar with Tool.
You're not familiar with Tool?
I know who they are.
So if you listen for a second, the beats are, there's a lot of off beats and a lot of
this is skill. I think most drummers don't know how to do this.
Yeah, it's a skill. You don't even know. But there's a lot of off beats and Tool in general.
Am I missing something? He's just hitting two.
No, he's not just hitting. He's not just hitting, Jim. You are missing a lot. Remember, you had Def Leppard on your list.
I understand that, but Def Leppard at least moved all over.
Listen, you just listen. This guy's got two arms, and he can play the drums. I froze up again, didn't I?
Yes, you did. Hello. Yeah, see, Troll agrees with me. By the way, what drum solo? It's so far you're not showing a drum solo. That's all I'm saying. You're just showing somebody that's hitting two drums. That's what you're doing. Dale, are you with us? I think Dale left. Up. Oh, there you go. I can hear you. Dale. Hello. Yeah, Crazy Southpaw. That's right. Animal drummer from the Muppets. Yeah, we can't forget about that. Yeah, Dale, I don't know your list and I can't play your list. So not sure. I kind of, let me see if I can delete it if I can remove it and then put it back up, folks. Bear with us. We'll, Dale's internet is, here we go. Nope, it's not going to work. I don't know what's going on, folks. Sorry about that. But, well, I guess we will end it right there. So he's off. But, folks, what we're asking you to do, please watch X. We are going to make an announcement today, and we want you to pay attention on X. It's exciting and some interesting ventures coming forward. So please watch our X and share it when we do it. But we will make an announcement here within the next couple of hours on X. So, folks, I guess if there's nothing else, Dale, I'm sorry you left. He's might be coming back. I hear him pop in. No, he's not. Jamius, probably 1-ish, 2 o'clock Eastern time.
Hi, Jim.
Hi. So we will be making the announcement around 1 or 2 o'clock. And maybe Dale can. Okay, if your internet's working, you can finish your list. But I was telling everybody about stay tuned for X, for announcement on X.
Okay, yeah, please. I will finish it. I won't play it anymore. But I had Danny Carey. If you're still there, sorry, it was like a complete failure. Like everything shut down.
I noticed you went. Like, yeah, you completely went. Yeah,
yeah, it was a power outage. It wasn't. So I don't know what happened, but everything's on so far. So I had Danny Carey. Then I had John Bonham. Then I had Nico McBrain from Iron Maiden.
Oh,
as my number 2.
He was my honorable mention, dude.
Was he? And then of course Neil Peart as number 1. I'm so sorry, everybody, for the internet connection.
So we would have had 3.
Yeah, we would have had 3 on there. So, anyways, you were just telling everybody about just stay
tuned.
Did you tell them about Wednesday at all?
Oh yeah, and we will not be able to have a show Wednesday. It's schedules just are not working out with Dale and I, because we do have another life.
Yeah, well, it's not only that, but yeah, there's that, and yes, here we go. It's a good thing.
Jamie did ask what time. So
it's still 10:30.
No. Right? What time is our announcement? So we'll probably do it between 1 and 2 o'clock Eastern time.
You'll probably about 1 or 2 o'clock on X. We will make the announcement, and you guys stay tuned for that, and you'll know where to find us, where everything's going to happen. Big news for Two Guys, One Coup. Yep. Very excited about the opportunity. So we will tell you. Great show, guys. Thank you. Sorry about the end there. It must have been that whole video playing thing. That's when it all happened to me, wasn't it?
Yeah. Bonham was
a lot during the show.
Troll Bonham was 2, right? And Peart was number 1.
Happening now.
So. All right, well, let's go ahead and end it. Talk to you guys soon on X. We'll ask everybody to share it. Once we announce it, and we'll go from there.
All right, thank you, Jim. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Stay on X, like, follow, and share. Please remember to do that. Stay tuned for that announcement. Big news. Jim, thank you. Thank you, everybody out there. I'm gonna bail before this happens again. Talk to you soon.
Goodbye.
Bye, guys.